bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Mad Dog. This is Mad Dog's Gym Garage. How's everyone doing? Woo! So, today's the day that Hafthor Bjornsson's going for 501 deadlift. In fact, he's going for it in about 30 minutes time. I've done my workout to make sure I've got enough time left to log on and watch it live. There's been loads of controversy about this lift. Eddie Hall's been on the attack. So for those of you that aren't into strongman or weightlifting or powerlifting, a couple of years ago, Eddie Hall, one time world's strongest man, several time British strongest man, absolute the beast. He set the world record for deadlift at 500 kilos. He did that at a competition, in front of the bright lights, on a stage, on a platform, with a bar and setup that wasn't his. So there's some controversy because Thor's doing this in lockdown, in his own gym, with his setup. I know he's got calibrated plates, and I know Magnus Magnusson is going to be doing the refereeing for it. So some people are arguing that if he gets it, if he pulls it, then it will be a legit world record. And some people are arguing, well, if it's not in competition, does it really count? Personally, I think it counts as a lift. I'm not sure that it counts as a world record. Just because I think in a clean, clinical environment, most people can do their best. And there's something about the bright lights, there's something about competition where you may be the strongest person at home, but out on the platform, out on the stage, nerves, adrenaline, so many things can get the better of you. You know, usually when these strong men go for competitions, they've usually travelled, often to somewhere warm, so a couple of hours on a plane, a few days beforehand, so they've got to deal with jet lag, they've got to get that all sorted out. Might be different altitude, so they've got to sort that out. Their food will be interrupted. In this scenario, Thor's at home, his food I guarantee is on point all the way up. His training has been on point without interruption or delay. So there's so many things on his side that I'm not sure that it counts as fair to be counted as a world record, but certainly if he does it, then accolades to him, because it's still a really impressive lift. People have been saying that he's got to do 520 for it to count. I don't think any number makes it count, not really, not unless he pulls like 600 or 700 kilos, physically impossible. What I'm more fascinated by is if he does it now, and I get why he's doing it now. He's got a lot of effort, a lot of training, a lot of supplements, a lot of effort's gone into it to get ready for today, for today's date. But how many 500 kilo plus lifts have you got in your body in a lifetime? Probably 0, maybe 1. So if he does it today, can he ever do it again? In my opinion, I think he'd have been better off delaying it, keeping the rhythm going, keeping the pattern going, maybe not peaking now, just using this time, wait until the lockdown comes off and then ramp it back up. That's just my opinion. I'm sure he's had lots of advice and he knows more about this than I do. He's been world's strongest man. The guy is an absolute beast and an absolute specimen. He knows what he's doing. So I want to wish him good luck. I hope he gets it. And let's not be salty about it. Even if we don't think it's a world record, let's still, if he gets it, let's still applaud him for the achievement. So today, in honour of that, I've done 501 reps. I didn't record them all because that'd be really boring. I'm actually switching from a strength cycle now into a high rep cycle, trying to build some size. So I've been doing lots of like low rep, high weight workouts using wave loading. I peaked out last week. I peaked out and got a new PB on my bench. I peaked out and got a new PB on my overhead. I didn't get a new PB on my deadlift and I didn't get a new PB on my squat. I wasn't really gunning for those, but I will on the next cycle of strength. I'll switch from going after to chest and shoulders, and I'm going to switch to going for my highest squat and my highest deadlift. For now, I'm going to try and develop some size. To do that, I'm going to use a technique or a methodology called hypertrophy. Basically, each of my workouts is going to be high volume. I don't do anything particularly low weight. I'm not looking to get cut or ripped, so it's not going to be really low weight and really high rep. It's more like going to be somewhere around my 70% of 1 RM, and I'm looking to do 10 to 14 reps. I'm going to build it up slowly over the next couple of weeks. So today I did 10 reps at 100 kilos for flat bench. I then did some pull down, I did some fly, and that's how also I'm going to break it up as well. So rather than doing a body part per day, I'm going to do cycles of 2 days, upper and lower body. Just try and get the volume in. I'm going to do 2 days back to back, then 2 days off, then 2 days on. That's how I'm going to work out for a couple of weeks, probably about 4 to 6 weeks. And it's all about volume. So lots of rest and lots of working out. That's how I figure it out. That's how my research has given me to do it. I'm sure there's some PTs out there that might say differently. I'm sure there's some PTs that might agree with me. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I'm looking to build up size so that when I go back to strength, hopefully my strength takes a big jump again. That's the theory, that's the philosophy. So yeah, I did 501 reps today, which is probably a bit more than I would usually do, especially on my first day doing this. Probably quite sore for the next couple of days. I just did 501 as a gimmick because it's going to be 501 in recognition of Hafthor's 501 deadlift, which I hope he gets. So yeah, what did I do? 10 by 10 on the flat bench, 10 by 10 on cable pull downs, 10 by 10 side lateral flies, 10 by 10 bicep curls, and 10 by 10 overhead pull. Use the rope, overhead pull, like a skull crusher but standing. To hit the triceps, biceps, shoulders, chest and back. Tomorrow I'm going to do squats, lunges and deadlift. Not particularly high weight on any of those. Again, I'm going to look and do 10 by 10s with those. And then I'm going to look at doing 10 by 12s, maybe 10 by 14s, building it up. Then maybe bring the reps back down, take the weight up a little bit. So I'm going to mix it around, keep it fresh. But I'm just going to work around maybe 5 or 6 basic movements. And that's a good trick for those of you that are working out at home at the moment. Maybe you've cobbled together a couple of bits from here and there. Maybe you've got some dumbbells or some kettlebells. Maybe you've got a bench and a flat bar. Maybe you've got a few bits, but you're not quite sure what to do because you haven't got the machines you usually have in the gym. My advice for you, and I'm not a PT, so you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but my advice for you, from my experience, is keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're looking to build size, then reps are your friend. If you're looking to build strength, then weight is your friend. That's the basic things. That's as simple as it needs to be. You don't need to do lots of accessory workouts. Christ, you can just build a workout around 2 or 3 very simple movements. You can use buckets, you can use water bottles, you can use rucksacks. You can use scaffolding, but I've seen some great setups where people have set up like a full rig, like a full squat cage using scaffolding poles and scaffold boards. They look fantastic. I've seen some people just get some bricks, stack up some bricks, get some poles, broomsticks, use buckets. Whatever you do it with intensity, do it with purpose, plan it out, have a strategy, monitor how you're getting on. And what you monitor, what you measure changes. So monitor it and measure it. When things get light, add more weight, but note it down. When did that happen? How often is that happening? Is that still happening? Because you'll find that you'll have maybe the buckets with water or sand or mud in them, you'll be filling them up, they'll get completely full, add another bucket, but then after a couple of weeks you won't change them. Okay, well, am I not getting stronger? Am I not testing myself? Do I need to adjust my kit? Keep it simple, keep it monitored. What's monitored, what's measured changes, and kind of have a plan and have a goal. Do you want to get bigger? Do you want to get stronger? Do you want to get fitter? And if you know what you want to do, how are you going to get there? Are you going to increase the amount of walking or running or cycling you're doing? Are you going to increase the number of days you're working out in the garden or in your gym garage if you've got one? Just have a plan. Whatever you do it on purpose. Like, these things don't happen accidentally. People are always saying to me, Sam, like, how do you stay focused? Well, because I have a plan, and because I do it on purpose. I know when I'm coming out here, and I know what I'm going to do. I don't just come out here and do something random. My workouts are planned out, I keep track of them, and I know when I'm going to change. And when I think I'm going to change, if I've got a cycle coming to an end, I start doing research. I start thinking about what I want to achieve. So when I was doing wave loading last quarter, the last 3 months, I knew I wanted to build strength, and I knew I wanted to build strength around my bench. So I looked into it, I did research, and then I was committed and I was consistent. So I did wave loading every single session, every single week. And lo and behold, I managed to get my 1RM from about 140 up to 160 in a 12-week period. Not all of my 1RMs came up, but 2 of them did. My overhead came up from 110 to 130, and my flat bench came up from 140 to 160. So both had a really big jump. Both are very similar movements. They both use the same sort of chain, so I'm not surprised that they both came up. We're going to be working on squats and deadlift when I come back round to my next strength cycle. So see, I already know what my plan is. So I've got 4 to 6 weeks now where I'm going to be working on size, trying to get bigger, trying to develop size, and then I'm going to come back and go to strength again. And I'm going to use wave loading again, but then I'm going to focus in on deadlift. So have a plan, have a strategy, stick to it, be consistent. If you've got questions, if you want advice, drop me a message. If you've hung around to the end, welcome to Mad Dogs Lifting Club. You're now a member. Thank you for hanging around to the end. Have a great week. Please subscribe, please hit the bell, get notifications. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook. I've got a podcast out now. Please check out my podcast. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify. It's under our tag team, The Beards. So please check it out, where we take apart British wrestling, WWE. We look into our own history. It's really interesting, it's great stuff. Please check it out. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Have a great day. Oh, 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 oh.